Um, it was very much, so much easy, very, very, very easy to resist this devil in 2023. It will be more difficult in 2027. For those who think or who didn't see today coming, maybe it's either you have not been around in Nigeria, or you didn't bother to know and study the kind of person the Miloko man is or has always been. And that's the reason why Nelson Wike will not be suspended. If care is not taken, if there is a higher position between now and next month, he can also be given as a reward for a job well done. Um, they needed somebody that can help them to destroy PDP, if possible, destroy PDP strongholds. And to a reasonable extent, Port Harcourt, River State is one of the PDP stronghold, not just in terms of numbers, even financially. Now, the governor has been removed. Their own sole administrator has been appointed and also sworn in to now govern a state. Um, and some people are justifying it because to them, Obasanjo did it. I've seen and heard all kinds of nonsense. Do you know the funny? I've been on suspicious this morning. I listened to a whole lot of people, and for the very first time today, also in my life, I saw some die-hard APC people coming out to condemn this. I didn't at the point I was thinking if all of them maybe they have used their brain to fry a somewhere they no longer reason. But for the very first time, I saw some of them coming out to like condemn this and said, no, this is not what we think, and this is not the way we think this thing um, should go. Kudos to them, and may God bless them. May posterity be also be kind to some of them who are coming out now to 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 voice out. Um, Let me say this again. You see, 2023, when this fellow was still outside the government, was or still is the best time to keep him outside the government. Because it is easy to give a monkey water with cup. Collecting the cup back from him is where the problem is. Whatever we think we did as Nigerians and we achieved in 2023, we will need to double it, if not triple it in 2027. If we must get 3 million votes, not because of winning the vote, the one they allocated to us will be so diminished by 2027 that you'll be wondering if everybody will be shocked. And I also thank God that some people are beginning to see the handwriting on the wall. Some people so this person has been like this. The truth of the matter is that he has always been like that. The person that came up to say how they fought for democracy, this one, they are heroes of this and that and that. What he has done for the past 2 years, what has shown that he actually fought for something? This guy is a businessman, and he's doing everything humanly possible to protect interests, and that is what he will do to the day he will die. If you're expecting a Tinubu to change now, you're wasting your time. If you're praying for him to succeed, you're wasting your prayers. It's not a cause, but he will not, because that is who he is, and that is how he has chosen to live his life. So let me say it again so that other people can talk. Why is Nelson Wike not suspended? He will not be suspended because he's working for Tinubu. Tinubu is protecting his interest, and if there is a higher position, he will be given as a reward for a job well done. And let me also say, for those who are clapping for Tinubu, today is River State. Tomorrow it may be your state. It may not even be your state. It may be somewhere closer to you as a person. It may be your business that will come for demolish. I mean, Abuja, I know what is going on there. I know what is going on here. This guy, what's his name? The other day last week also, he went to one community. He came there to demolish. If you see what kinds of things Tinubu was talking to, that he came in person to see what they would do. That's what he was telling the community. I was like, Must you talk like this? Must you insult people and make it look as if you have all the powers on planet Earth? And people are applauding them. And let me also say, to a level, we also need to share the blame. Yes. Why did I say that? Because we saw this guy for who he was, even while he was governor under PDP. For some of us, to a level, we think maybe he's a good guy who was working for the interests of the people. I'm talking about Nation Weekend now. To a level, some of us applauded him, thinking, now the thing has turned. And let it also be to those who are applauding him now, it will also turn very soon, and everybody will start feeling the heat. These two people are protecting their interest. They are godfathers. Tinubu has done it for Lagos for the past 24 years. I think it's easy to hold Lagos, you know, on a standstill for this period, and nobody has challenged him. Everybody who has challenged him, we know how all of them ended. Now he wants to install Wike there, using him to also make that very state. It is business for some of them, but for some of us, we think it's about speaking and sharing our views. Okay, what with all the contact that has happened since yesterday till now, did he look as if something has happened? He still went ahead to swear in the man because he doesn't care. He does not care because you know Nigerians now. It's not on this space we were talking about 30 days challenge 2 days ago. With this one now, that one will fizzle out. Then if we discuss this weekend on between now and tomorrow, by next tomorrow something else will come. They know us and they will keep playing the game until all of us are in our grey heads and we keep speaking English, and at the end of the day, some of us may die
Prince,
just like this. So,
Prince,
Steve,
sorry
once again,
to
thank you.
interject. The breaking news I have just seen from Vanguard right now is that FG will release Rivers allocation to the new military administrator. The Rivers allocation that the Supreme Court suspended without allowing Fubara to run the state, they
Um,
will not give the money to the new military administrator. This is what's going on before our eyes, guys. Try. Go ahead, Prince.
Stephen, that money has been released. You have seen break. It has already been released. That money has already been released as at maybe 3 or 4 hours ago. And do you know the funny part? Now, it is the same Federal Executive Council whose Wike is a member that is going to be approving what is going. So what are we even talking about now? All what he did was to remove Fubara, install Wike back as the governor of the state, and using this retired admiral or whatever he is. And everybody are trying to like justify it because he's a party member, blah 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 blah. There is enough sugar to go around on Nigeria. Nigerians, there is enough sugar to go around. Today is River State, tomorrow it may be another state. And I pray one day to get to Lagos State. Maybe after Tinubu has gone, if we will succeed in removing him one day. I hear the mic. Thank you.
My brother, this is. I was just making a tweet about it. I said, this is crazy. This is indeed crazy. What is going on in River State is crazy, guys. The same resources of River State that they used the Supreme Court to hold back. And this is River State that contributes to our collective GDP. The money they are spending in Abuja is coming from the same River State. And the Supreme Court held back the resources of River State. And now they've brought a military administrator who is not even from Rivers. And now giving him the money that belongs to Rivers people to do whatever he likes. He can make law, he's alone, he's the sole administrator. This is before the National Assembly has even had a say. What is going on, guys? What is really going on? Gideon, go ahead, then I'll come to Sarati.
Yes, thanks, Steve, my brother. Thanks, everyone. Well, we keep saying the same thing and they keep doing the same thing. Well, for me, I think we only have two options. One, for all of us in Nigeria to show our anger. How do we show our anger? All of us should hit the street and express our anger. That's the only way they can listen to us. Because I believe that if all Nigerians, let's say 100 million Nigerians go on the streets and demonstrate, say, change this government, stop this, stop that. I think if all of us do that, they're going to listen to us. But now, some people are benefiting. Some people who don't even know what is going on are supporting those that are supporting this illegality and undemocratic process and action that's going on in Nigeria. Two two options. The next one is in 2027, we all should vote him out. Vote all APC guys out. Vote them out of the office. These are the only two options we have. If we don't engage in these two options, we are just pouring water on top of a rock. Can you believe that Nigeria, my country, this is going on and people feel that nothing happened? My brother, I was expecting that the people of Rivers State should actually show their anger by going on the street and demonstrating, say, hey, this is our governor. We voted for him. Let the government do the right thing by following the judicial process, to remove this governor. By using the military to barricade his office, chasing him out, it's just like Animal Farm. If some of you have read that book, it's just like what is going on. It's just the same thing. See, we should come together as one and chase one goal. What is that goal? That goal, leadership. For us coming on the Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, blah 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 blah, it's not gonna help us. Yes, Nigeria is our country. Nigeria is my country. I've served my country with my blood. I almost lost my life, but I thank God I'm somewhere else. I'm ready to support Nigerians in a good path. So all of us should change our mindset. Let's support the good thing. I know it's hard, but we should actually change our mindset to good things. Let's talk about good leadership. Let's stop supporting these old men that are stealing our money. Okay, look at what is going on. Let me just say it in a simple term. What they want in Rivers State is their money. That's all. Nothing again. That's all they want. They just want that money to carry out the illegalities. So, my brothers and sisters, we should continue to demand for good leadership. We should demand for good leadership and also educate our brothers and sisters. Look at now, properties lost, and the government will collapse in the next 2 3 months. The government of Rivers State will collapse. Believe me. I use my mic for now. Thank you.
It is well. Steve.
Ah, Chivo Sarati, it is well, oh, it is well. It is well
I
indeed.
greet you. I greet you. I'm actually waiting for the Senate and House of Rep, the rubber stamp, and let's see how they stamp the this thing, because they bought it before the floor of the House. It was taken to their second issue. They want to see, they want to look into, and they said they'll be doing that by 3 p.m. It's already after 5 now. We should be expecting their breaking news from that end. And for the House of It was a heated debate, and even before the House convened, there was here and there back and forth. What they're doing is they're reading newspaper, they're looking at everybody's emotions, so they weigh all these things, which is their pattern. For the other woman in the Senate, as we speak now, they send money to Kogi State, her constituency, telling them they want to do women and youth empowerment, and people are queuing up. So they are collecting signatures from them according to an alleged report, which is the removal of Senator Natasha Akbuti. But I don't know if INEC have actually, if they've applied for a recall through the constituency votes. So I don't know, but that one is also trending online also. I want us to remember, most especially obedient and the people that were angry the very day of that presidential election, most especially what Wike did on that fateful day to advance the cause of Tinubu as he was then when he was vying for the position. How so many obedient were blooded, wounded, maimed, and some life lost, and so many rain causes on Wiki and his cohorts. So the same products of blood that we saw on that day that makes many of us weep like, can these people be human? Today, they are displaying it on themselves because sinful bara is a product from that high-handedness and bloody character, you know. So he had an advantage there. And then when we look at the way and manner they are handling things, it looks like the late what the last speaker said just now. The mistake of handling power to someone who was asset power and was displaying his arrogancy and confidence that it is his turn and he's going to win and he's not ready to debate anybody, he's not ready to talk to any press, and today they install him, he bought his way. It is obvious that they will not allow, maybe it will not work. That's why I'm still waiting for Senate and Rep. So they don't want rivers to be a source of income, which, if you are deep in political understanding, you will know what River State is. It's not just the monumental number they bring in the election, the money flow that comes from there that EFCC never checks because every presidency wants to have that place to their beck and call, you know. So now you could see the wicked that is displaying his arrogancy in Abuja now, how he's ruling. You could see him ruling Tinubu now. Maybe on the long run we'll see both of them fighting also. But for now, we could see how his interest and Tinubu interest is becoming one, and Sinful Bara, which is a stooge, is now being flogged with that interest because they need to seize Rivers
Authority,
State. Yes.
you say you are waiting to see if it will stand, if what National Assembly will do. But I don't
Yeah.
know if you have seen it that the president has sworn in the
No,
administrator
no,
and
no. That's a gazette. That's a gazette. They have 2 days as they are not on recess. They can say no. They can say yes. They must come to say yes. To say no, we must wait for them, no matter how it goes.
even
That's
though the money has now been released to this administrator and he has been sworn into office.
ah, that means we don't need to. If you talk like this, that means we don't need to be here. Because if you want us to be here, that means you want us to go to the streets, which people are not willing to go. You see what the days this state of emergency route was enacted was your Supreme Court. Your Supreme Court said they after giving the verdict, they saw the uproar and they wrote in their statement that they were not aware that those 27 lawmakers defected. So what are you gonna do? So they quietly silenced the defection of the 27 lawmakers and enact their own. Say you cannot work with 3 or 4 lawmakers or 5 in the midst of 30 something. So they are just systematically using the same law, bending it upside down from the highest of the highest where you have no place to go, so you can appeal the Supreme Court verdict. It's infallible. You can only do an overview, but that does not change their judgment, even whether it's right or wrong. So that is what led to where we are right now. At the time the Supreme Court have not made any statement, there was no room for this 27 to come to start talking about impeachment. So so I'm just letting you know that they use our own law, twisted and use it against us and give it to us to be arguing. Yesterday, we were talking about if Tinubu has the right to suspend a democratic elected government. Today now is another page. I saw the swearing in of the man. I saw the fund released to the man. You understand? I saw those allocation, you know. So in all this Sula Balu, Supreme Court has done its own. Now the executive has done their own. Then the legislators are now the ones to complete their own duty because we know we the state where we are. And we want to be seeing the things falling apart before our eyes. Why are we here today? This is what we did in 2022 prior to election. So this is the fruit of the labor of all those who said they don't want good governance, who said they want Nigeria to go into jeopardy, to go into a case of chaos. And everybody, those people are watching it now. So me, I'm not lamenting any longer. Neither am I complaining about the constitution. The constitution who frustrated the word and before me. You understand? So I've said it time without number, and most of us, I hear people resounding it now. You know, reading law in Nigeria is the worst of, and I celebrate those who still use it to practice. That is to say, you're among the illegalities because if you win any case from me in Nigeria, it's as a result of illegality. Then if you lose, it's as a result of illegality. So we are just playing in a circle, on the long run, the damage of what happened yesterday, which is transferring to today now, is a setback of Nigeria as an institution 10 years back. So it's more work for us who are crying for good governance. Because in a nutshell, nobody can come and do, a sensible person or a reasonable company can't come and start something with Nigeria today when he knows that they can check they can shape the goalpost in the next few minutes. So that is the whole value system of what this nation has become. And these dead individuals, they don't care. So that is where we are right now. So if the people of the state of Rivers says it's okay with them, this is how they want it to go. We know how defeated the Nigerian system has done. How incapacitated they've made the Nigerian people through their system to become that they give us a mentality. I said it yesterday night. I'm repeating it again this afternoon. They are forcing a mentality into everybody. And that mentality now you will start hearing now, 2027, no need. Somebody just recited that we should double dance, double or triple. So it's 2027. 2027 was one the day Supreme Court told us. 2027 became difficult. The day Supreme Court told us that Abuja 25% is just there for nothing. So this is just all we are seeing. And we are not missing words. River is just the beginning. This one that we see now, we will have more than 10 states because all this one we are seeing in South, in Rivers now, the sledgehammer that is coming to the northern part that is on the table because he cannot get any vote from there. So the sledgehammer that is coming to those states, you will see how it's going to be. How it's going to be. So either they stop this nuisance from this man, or they just we keep watching him because he has everything now. He has the judiciary in the likes of Wike. He has the Senate in the likes of Akpabio. Now everybody is standing on his mandate in the House of Representatives. So what is left now? We have few people singing on his mandate on the streets. We have some few miscreants online. So what are you going to say? So they are forcing everything. You just like the bad days of PDP. Before you get to feed, they write your results. When you are still waiting for a neck to bring paper to feed, PDP will write results. These are the fundamentals we're talking about today. Today they are quoting Obasanjo. Is Obasanjo happy now that they are quoting him? When he was doing his nonsense for ballet, he didn't listen. Take it easy, he didn't listen. Now it came to Jonathan's time. Take it easy. They were looting. They didn't listen. Now we are in the era of these are Gen Z looters. The way they loot now, we don't even know how. The thing is missing in action. The way they are using power now arrogantly. PDP thought we thought PDP were worse off. Now we now saw another pro mass character of how to turn everything around that you can't do anything. Not exactly. Wiki said it if Ubara leave, heaven will not fall. We are still waiting. Is there anything that will happen that heaven will fall? There is nothing now. He said so. And Fubara has been suspended. Lawyers are ranting here and there. NBA is writing. Is NBA Supreme Court? It's not. Somebody came to television and diffused everything. They went to channel this morning and told us Supreme Court shy away from this thing. When they brought the matter to Supreme Court. Supreme Court now said the people who brought this matter, you've been suspended. And if you are suspended, you cannot bring a matter like this to the court to look into. So what are we now saying? NBA should take the matter now, or human rights should take the matter to Supreme Court. They say Supreme Court, is it not Kekere Ekuako? They will also tell you you are not a party to this matter. So we will reserve judgment on it. Hey, will you do anything? They are just playing with everybody because nobody is doing anything. When Asiwaju was in opposition and the likes of Dalai Mohammed and the rest, when they were disturbing Jonathan, are you seeing anybody doing like that now? No, no opposition, no opposition. Atiku will talk single-handedly, Obi will talk single-handedly. There is no party backup. Everything is diffused. Like Atiku is running independent candidates. Atiku, Peter Obi is running independent candidate. No party in their back. No. Oh, Nigeria is a state of imbroglio. It's a collapse state. That is where we are right now. So when we are addressing issue, whom are we addressing it to? Is Labour Party going to make any statement? No. Is NLPP going to make any statement? No. PDP is ranting now. They are not toothless bulldog because they are the only one that can they get to Ted? They are not supposed to get to Ted to pass this vote. Those people that went there on the right on the shoulder of Labour Party with the auspices of Obi, where are those ones now? With every other selected parties that make APC lesser in the house, both rep and senate. But where are they? All of them are standing on the mandate since yesterday night. Now, this reverse allocation release that you had this morning, now they've been sharing it since day before yesterday. So a senator that received 100 million, a senator that received 500 million, a rep that received such amount will not come and tell you story. The money is there for them to share. And it has already been opened out that those 27 lawmakers will be receiving their salaries. So Fubara now will not be paying his own deputy and the other people. So I just want us to just, in as much as we are angry and we are talking, we should keep talking because democracy is all about talking. Nobody should say, oh, we are just wasting time online. There is no time wasted. If we are wasting time online, look at what that young sister said, NYSC sister, that went everywhere. They are watching everything online, not that they are not seeing them. They want you to feel like they are not seeing. But you saw the way they reacted to that young sister's own. So you must keep talking. Whatever you are saying, whatever you type, they are seeing them. And it's riding on them too. The way they are doing this, everybody feel, wow, what are these people? Are they mad? Are they the same way when you write, the same way it touches them too. It's just that you don't see them talking the way you are talking. They talk in their own palace. They talk in their own palace too. Is it not art now from the caucus that we find out that Akpabi was begging the same people who use our own South senator to call off and say the maneuver signatures of those committee members. He begged them not to bring it out. I will call it alleged. That's what came out. So they are also afraid that people should not hear because in democracy, we have the judiciary to speak, we have the executive to do their own work, we have the people parliament too. So all these things are combined. They are all forces in democracy. Why are they paying people to come online? Because they know what online is. Why are they paying money to newspaper? Why are they giving money to pressmen? Why would they go and pay people in channels or AIT or TVC or any other local press? Why would they go for newspaper? Why would they pay them to put those things there? Because they know whatever that is singing sound every day, That sound controls the narrative of everybody's mind. And as they keep saying and hearing, it begins to form another nature in those people. Check the nature they have formed in Nigerians today. Election or the counts. It's already in nature, in the mind of average Nigerians. INEC is our problem. It's a nature. That one is already there. Breaking it is difficult. Ah, this one that they give power to Tinubu, it will not give it to you easy. People come to television to say it like as if it is no longer people that decide the vote anymore. So it's a narrative. And this narrative forms structure in the heart of men. Oh, this one will come. We think they're just talking, helping us to talk. No. Oh, Lamido said Tinubu will not easily give power out. Okay, that means it's a line rope that we do in primary school or Boy Scouts. 10 people will drag the rope that way, 10 will drag the rope this way. That's what they are talking about. They give you a mindset and you picture that mindset. And everybody, most half of the people say it online. Tinubu will give you this power cheaply. Okay. Like it's not me and you that is deciding the power now. So we've already so when people speak a lost battle and they are going to that battle to fight, they've already lose it. And you wonder how they're gonna win. So it's a narrative, everybody on the platform. Hear this. And they keep sending it, and you think it's just friendly like that. No. The only people that decided that this person will not sit on that chair is me and you. And people will say, no, it's not me and you, it's me and you. Just forget it. If you want me to break it down, you will know it's never them, it's me and you. Wike was in his room. He sat down in one office. He was giving his full con directives. Who were the people on ground? Me and you. It's either they were for Wike or they were for obedient that period. So it was me and you who were in the field. Me and the opponent, we and the other opponent. And those opponents were the same people who made the deciding factor. Wike was not on ground beating and exceeding ballot box. No, no Tinubu. No. MC Oloma and the co. And the people that were standing and the Oro Festival people. So they are still the same people. So but when they give you the narrative, it looks like we are not in the equation. Nah lie. Nah lie. Everyone is in the equation minus them. So but they give you the narrative that you are not there at all. You are fully there. But all they do, they speak to displace you. INEC acts to think that you are not existing. If you were not existing, why will I have go off? If you do not matter, why would there be election? Why would they just sit down and swear in Tinubu again so that we just know that nobody went to feed? They just say no need is the one that. Why would they do that? Why did Buhari not just sat down and said, okay, PDP don't just bother INEC right? They still follow the constitution according to the way power has to be taken, and they use the same me and you who for or against to take and grab and use the institution to cement everything. But they push the narrative to you like you are not in the equation. You are fully there. You are fully. All this one they do now, they keep testing the water on and on. You know, a mass burial in Middlebelt, there was no state of emergency declared. Oh, we first we are seeing that there will be bloodshed. State of emergency was declared. That's that's where we are right now. So like parallel fact coined that language of Fagbemi. Is it Fagbemi? The Attorney General of the Federation. He said Tinubu. He said to governors, Tinubu said you are the other governors should tread softly. They are under the mercy of President Tinubu. That's how parallel fact coined the narrative of that. I listened to the Attorney General. So when I saw the write up in parallel fact, I said, pressmen, I laugh. It was now well coined that the governors are under the mercy of President Tinubu. Now, he can pick up any state. In my own state, Edo State, that Attorney General for real, I don't know if it was partial. He was shouting and shouting and shouting that the governor should stop disturbing local government. But Tinubu did not go there and say this man is causing constitution. It was Supreme Court who ruled that the local government should be allowed, but yet Okpebolo, the governor of Edo State, displaced all the local government chairmen. Tinubu did not go there and declare state of emergency for overturning Supreme Court verdicts. So that's exactly what parallel fact brought out from that man's statement. Because the man's statement was measuring that, oh, the Supreme Court disannul, the Supreme Court, everything was on Supreme Court. So that state looks like, from his own statements, Fubara was no longer a governor, according to Supreme Court, the way he was talking. So if that is true from his statement, that the way he's calling that lie, then what's Okpebolo doing to local government chairmen? Removing them forcefully. Why is there no state of emergency in my own state? So, of a truth, many states are now, because everybody now should just see that if they are we are looking at Tinubu alone, we might miss it a lot. Every rep and senate, they live in our constituencies.
So I think as you are beginning to round up, the question they asked on the topic, why is Yeso Wike not suspended? Is it not a party to the crisis?
Oh, I beg, let me just. That one is very simple. The question is loud, because Wike's enemy is Tinubu's target. Wike's enemy dwells in Tinubu's. How will I put that? Wike's enemy, which is Fubara, dwells in Tinubu territory that he wants to take over. So it now becomes his enemy. We don't need to miss word there at all. That money coming from Rivers, Tinubu does not want that money to sustain PDP anymore. Why is Wike shouting? Is there too much money in Rivers now? I bought ticket for everybody. He contest for presidency. He did all this one. He did all this. He was paying people in my state, those state PDP structure. He's spending money in this way. It's too much money in Rivers State
But
now. Would
why
they
is
argue?
Rivers not Dubai now? If there's really too much money, what's stopping Rivers State
That
to become Dubai since there's so much money?
that is the bad governance we're talking about. They're swallowing snake and everything, swallowing the money. Where the money goes is what we are seeing now. They use the money anyhow. This one that they are pushing to sole administrator now, if it's 10 billion naira, for example, they're giving to that has been accrued to this sole administrator. Me and you know saying now 1 billion the man want receive now. Now Wiki and Tinubu get the others now. Are you with me, sir? So it's Wiki and Tinubu that has all the other money. So Wiki, I mean, Tinubu not suspending Wiki. Both of them, they are in this struggle together.
So speaking about solutions now, what is the opposition supposed to do? Are we supposed to fold our hands and lie down? It's like a rape victim. Say open leg. There's nothing you can do. Just accept your fate. I'm robber. Enter your house. Do as you like. So what is the recourse
The
of
recourse now,
the
the only
opposition or the
opposition,
Nigerian citizen
the
and Rivers people?
Rivers people, I can't speak for Rivers people. I can only speak for opposition. The opposition I would speak for is PDP as a party. Maybe by now they want to expel Wike. By now they want to stand and face presidency and give him hot. It's like they don't know how to play opposition, or they are not used to. Let's just be candid. And if they watch this thing like this, they shouldn't bother for 2027. That's just the candid truth. But if they give it hot to APC now, from now to 2026, they will do a rethink. Until they decide to say, let us, if you want us to make this state ungovernable, let's join you to make it ungovernable. Better for them. Until everybody is speaking hot and ready to come out hot, this APC will not bow down. They will not change. If they are just talking like Atiku wrote his own page, B wrote his own page, PDP is gathering and saying no. If they just end it like that, is a child's play. I tell you the truth, it's a child's play. Everybody must come out hot must come out hot, that they will know that, oh, they are blowing this policy. The politics becoming, why will somebody like this speak like this? Is he not a statesman? He's supposed to not talk like that. If this thing burn down now, everybody, it will be on everybody. Hey, when it comes to that level, you now know that the matter is hot now. But if they are just pampering it like this, Rivers people alone can't handle this. It has to be the full Nigeria. Rivers people alone can't handle this. You understand? It has to be the full Nigeria, because that place has been taken over now by military and every other forces. So the people, if anything that makes them protest now, lives and every other thing, the people will be so tight with it. So it is people outside Rivers that will have to shout, whether they like Fubara or they don't like Fubara. This illegality must not stand. This illegality must not stand. Whether it's against your enemy, that's why I started by, these people are enemy, fine, but the illegality is my concern. It must not stand, just like everybody concerned. It must not stand. We don't say don't declare state of emergency, but you don't have the right to remove the democratic elected people there. Whether the 27 lawmaker or Fubara and the other five, all of them must be there. That is how Jonathan did it. And you will go to that area, go to where that oil, the pipeline is, go and protect those ones. When Jonathan did his own, it is where the war, the Boko Haram were hammering. That is where he sent forces to. So that is a state of emergency, not this bad beleo, you know. So he does not, he won't want to talk about
Also,
Wike.
I think I just saw what you alluded to during your conversation just now. People's Gazette is quoting the Attorney General Fagbemi. He said Tinubu can remove any governor from office. Fubara in Rivers is just happened to be the first. That's the Attorney General telling
That's it.
other governors.
Yes, that's how he said it.
This is very very serious.
Very, very. Very, very. He was just telling everybody there that he has the power. He cannot just watch. He brought out, he coined the constitution like, friend. We don't have. Look at the reason why I'm not perturbed anymore, Steve. We don't have a constitution because it's not one plus one two anymore. There are technicalities, there are spirits, there are letters. So we run our constitution on these three notes. So whichever one they take, you have to take it. Whichever one they give to you, that is the one you will be. Oh, it is the spirit they look into. It is the spirit behind. It is the technicalities. That is all. It's not me and you doing dy over ds in mathematics or algebra or any other calculation where you say gravity is 9.8 or you can say approximately 10. That's not what they do in law. That's exactly why I'm afraid of anything that comes to law in Nigeria. So when it comes to argument, I just say I bet Mona go sleep. As long as there are some people in this other side, there are some people on the other side. It makes it no sense. That is why I'm not. The way the man was explaining, he settled down and explained to the people. People that are supposed to ask questions, we're tired. We're tired. He was evoking all manner of session. How the president can come in, that you will not even know that that one that was happening in the those states, it was just his mercy. Even Obaseki time was mercy. So if just like when people were protesting, they used SUV government vehicle to bring some people to be anti the protest. Just like you can go to any state and cause chaos, the state of emergency will be declared. That's just where they are driving Nigeria to now. So it's not something we will laugh over or talk over. It's something that the entire nation will say, okay, we don't have a constitution anymore. It's anarchy. That is where we are right now. Anarchy is looming. No constitution in Nigeria anymore. Imagine Tinubu is saying he wants to uphold constitution for River State that Supreme Court gave. How many times have they discharged Una Dikano? How many times have they said? How many times have they said? How many times have they said that the jurisdiction to arrest him from Kenya is that they don't have that jurisdiction? How many
I think sorry, I think we lost you there. It's a little bit rubber bandy. Let's bring David into the conversation. David, you have been waiting to speak. You can go ahead. What's your reaction? I just shared the tweet on Fagbemi, the Attorney General of the Federation, that says the president can remove any governor he likes. That Fubara is just the first. I just shared the tweet, and there is a meme there that describes the three arm of government. One is Tinubu, the other one is Babio, and the judiciary is Wike. That is the reality that Nigeria faces. And we can either sit back on our hands and watch our country turn into a full-fledged dictatorship, or we exercise our rights as citizens under a democracy. It's up to the opposition and Nigerians to decide what kind of a country we want. David, go ahead.
Okay, good evening, Stephen. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, fellow citizens. It's quite a shame, the happenings in the country. But except we want to deceive ourselves and or just shy away from the reality. Joseph Stalin said something. He said the people that voted owns no power. The people that can't the vote has the ultimate power. State of emergency in Rivers State was expected and anticipated. First and foremost, the two bombs that happened, if we are to be sincere to ourselves, the government of the day was supposed to launch an investigation considering that attack is an attack of is an act of sabotage and terrorism. However, politically, there is every tendency that it is still the people that have already cooked the state of emergency that put these things in motion just to create an avenue. Since the Supreme Court bid for Fubara could not prevail, at the end of the day, Fubara decided to play by the Supreme Court judgment. And since that aspect failed, they need chaos for them to come in. And that bomb blast, the attack on the pipeline, was a whole lot of it. But that, by the way, do the president has the power? Forget about the Nigeria, we are good indeed. Forget about what the Attorney General is saying, trying to manipulate the constitution by technicalities and every other thing they are invoking. Unfortunately, Nigeria as it is now is a one-party state. Nigeria has no opposition. Let us not fool ourselves. The citizens itself are all conquered and extreme